annoying, pesky, can ruin title hopes. You know, they tend to do their job sometimes.
And we are live. Turn up, turn up,
Let's go.
turn up. Let's go. Honestly, I still can't entirely yell after this weekend. Like my voice is still a little bit off from all the screaming I did on Saturday. And it's amazing how much yelling and intensity I did when I barely remember the match. And it has nothing to do with like the drinking. It's just I
Yeah.
was chatting, I was having fun, heavily distracted.
Yeah.
Um,
You were
I
into it though. You were into the game at
Oh no!
plenty of times.
Of course,
Yeah,
I'm always into the match. Like
yeah,
when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. But
yeah.
it's like, I mean, I guess I rewatch matches anyway. But if I went to a supporters club, there's no way that I would be there like taking my notes like I do when I'm doing the
Right.
rewatches stuff. I would just be there
Yeah,
1,000% for vibes.
yeah, yeah. Vibes matter in those moments. I guess it's especially me. I got to get better. My father-in-law are going to be doing this a little bit more local too, but I'll try to get better about being able to have a just a routine for when we do decide to go to the bar, do decide to like meet up with like a supporters group. Shout out to the uh, Greenville Citizens. That's the group I'm going to go ahead
Hey,
and decided to commit my loyalty to. Only one here in the state of South Carolina. So it's about
hey.
90 minutes for me, but nevertheless, I'm going to make that trek a few times. And starting next year, I'll be a member. But yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. It's the first time doing it with the boys. So I'll have to get better at getting a routine, I suppose.
You're so hard on yourself. I can't tell you how many times or how many things you're like, I need to get better. I need to get better. Your coaches always coach, even with themselves, huh?
It's a good point. It's a good point. But think about routine. Like, right, like how influential was Tom's routine this weekend? Like out of town, but yet we still stuck with it. Big game, big breakfast. Blessed to eat his food, blessed to get the W. I'm gonna stick with routine sometimes, man.
No, I'm a creature of routine. My Mondays are 100% for getting started admin things for
Yeah.
the network. So I completely understand. And if my Monday
Which
is
we're all
ruined,
blessed that you do, by the way.
my entire week is just not great.
Yeah.
Not great. But we have three most dope guests for you. The homie Adam Feris. He's making his second. This is twice he's gonna be on the list string. Let's go.
Let's go.
Basically, one of the guests fell through, and I hit him up, and I was like, "What you doing?" And he was like, "Nothing." I was like, "Good, you're gonna be on the lit stream." And he was like, "All right, I'm down." You know, it's
Trump is the
Adam.
enforcer.
I mean, it's also Adam. I don't have to really like, and I make it sound way more intense. I was like, "Do you want to be on?" You know,
Yeah.
I don't want him to do something he doesn't want to do. But it's always gonna be a great time. Then naturally, the homie Treb Tracy. He says he has tech issues, but he can't prove it because his camera doesn't work. And also, he lives all the way across the country. So prove that, huh? Huh? He gave some long explanation about updates and messing up things and blah blah blah. But
Mhm.
too bad for you, I don't understand tech stuff, so it goes over my head. I don't believe you. When you know what they always say, when if you don't know what's going on, you get confused, you get scared, you attack it, you
Yeah.
deny it, you know. So that's what I'm doing, you know.
Which also he would be SOL if T was on because as our personal IT and someone who is in IT, no excuses. But your lucky T's not here.
And it's so great. He's not on until second, so now he just has to sit here for the next 20 minutes while I've just gone at him. And then the third guest, oh man, Vince. The last time we had him on, it's such a great conversation. It's kind of all over the place, but in the best way possible. I love people who just love football, so you can kind of, so you can just, chat a little about this, chat a little
We
bit
got a
about
live
that.
tweet. Send at me. Live tweet. Do 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 do. That's my breaking news alert reporting. Brad Baker getting at me on the shirt, but also show my tits. Here, let me get at you, bro, so that you can see what I'm rocking here. Okay, let me get you one that's actually a little bit more photo friendly for your boy. All right, us little kings need to be presented well. Check it out. Obviously, older players now. Both of them are not with us, literally. Which now I'm ashamed of it. I need to get an upgrade. That's happening this weekend because of you, Brad. Now that we have this, Opie Toppin is an Indiana Pacer, and RJ Barrett is a Toronto Raptor. But in the next I rep game day, yeah, there you go, my guy. Homage, yeah, name of the company. But as you were, Crunk.
Okay. I'm paying a homage for a team that's about to get knocked out. Actually,
easy, my friend, who was 1-1 in the first round, and the Knicks are 2-0.
You cut me off. I was about to say, but then we lost, so I'm taking it back.
My bad.
You didn't let me land.
My bad.
But this is about soccer. At least for now. Let's bring the first guest on. I'm super excited to chat City with him. The homie, Shady Gang Zone, Adam Feris.
Let's go.
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's up?
Welcome. Two-timer here.
Two-timers.
Yeah.
Look at us.
What? I mean, you look good. You look good. I'm jealous of the flag behind Lando.
Yep.
I kind of want the flag. I want the flag.
It's fair.
Lando, take it down. Send it to him. Do it.
Get in my DMs, Adam. Get in my DMs. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, I'll do that.
Get in my DMs. We'll have a conversation. We'll have something your way.
Oh, oh man. But yeah, City. You are today's episode our resident City fan. And the match, yes, we won. That's great. We were able to use all 5 subs. Short King stand up. The youth. We didn't get to see Oscar Bob. That was kind of frustrating. But let's go big picture. Let's start here. Rest of the games. You're our resident warrior, like affectionately, like lovingly, like we need your stress because that has become
lovingly my ass. Y'all can burn me with that all day long. There's no love in that. Y'all can burn me with that all day long.
It's love. You can love and jest at the same time. Duality.
Yes. There's something to it.
Yeah, right. And like I said, it's become part of the tradition. Yeah, which of these matches is it? Just Tottenham? Like, are you worried about Nottingham Forest on the weekend? Or I know you're worried about every match, but realistically, which one worries you the most? Is it Tottenham?
Honestly, Forest. I really don't care about Tottenham. I just don't, because Tottenham can't get their stuff together. Nottingham Forest will come out and fight, right? Nottingham Forest are the same to me as Luton. When you go to Kenilworth Road, you're going to come out with bruises. When you play Nottingham Forest, you're going to come out with bruises. With Tottenham, you're going to come out with Richarlison falling down in the penalty box because, I don't know, somebody farted in the parking lot, right? So I don't care about Tottenham.
Let's go.
I'm worried about Nottingham Forest because they have to fight. Tottenham don't.
Man, for relegation. Yeah.
Tottenham don't.
That's fair.
So honestly, I'm just glad that we've already faced Luton twice. I'm glad we're done with it. I just wish we were done with Nottingham.
Hey, we will be very soon. I mean, okay. So we're looking at this. City still have. We still have the whole game in hand to play.
We got 5 to go.
Yeah, I know. And Arsenal have Tottenham. Oh, Arsenal have Tottenham this weekend. So
yeah, I'm gonna have fun with that one.
I will not be watching.
Yes, that's right.
I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm not paying attention to them. I would love to. And honestly, it means that I stay off of social media as well. So maybe I should give you guys the social media information so y'all can go wild on the social media, hopefully laughing at Arsenal. But I won't know. I will be playing FIFA, FC24 or something like that.
Pro clubs.
Yeah,
Got me.
Oh no.
Are we
I'm not
allowed to
connecting
call it
stuff.
FIFA 24? Are we like? Is that allowed?
I mean, you can call it whatever you want. I mean, I just normally just call it FIFA. Yeah, like truly. Like, I mean,
I
like
love
people,
Crunk.
we know what it is. It's just like Twitter X, like Twitter X.
Yeah, that's
Oh
a good
yeah.
point. That's actually a really
Oh,
good analogy. That's a really good analogy, actually, or
It's
what do you think
no,
about?
comparison.
it's a perfect analogy, except it sucks at the same time. Can we just agree on that? That we have to
What
like
the analogy sucks? Or
both. Like we have to rebrand the thing that we know.
Yeah.
We have to rebrand it because I don't know, some dickhead in an office made a decision.
Well, it was mainly about money and what wasn't agreed upon for FIFA and FC.
Well,
Basically, FIFA
yeah.
wanted more money. They saw the revenue that was coming in and stuff like that. But
Oh wait, you mean FIFA wanted more money? No, no,
and honest,
Lando, come on, you're making that up.
yeah, I know, right?
it's so crazy. Honestly, I have no idea what the story was. I just saw a name change. And it's like, all right, cool, makes sense. All I care about is NCAA football. That's coming back,
Let's
baby. We're
go.
gonna take Iowa to the top. Yeah, number one, bloodline, baby. Um, okay, Adam, who's been your favorite player to watch this season?
No, oh damn, I'm on the spot. Um,
I know.
let's see. I bought all three jerseys for this season. Okay,
That's
I
what's
bought
up.
Walker, I bought KDB, and I bought Holland.
Is
Uh-huh.
that the order that
Um,
you bought it in?
no, no.
But I think he answered it
Um,
that way. Walker's his boy. So yeah, good
No.
man. Sharpie should be here. He'd be happy. You two could just be going back and forth about Walker right now,
Yeah,
having a love fest for Walker.
I
played well
mean,
today.
I I love walks, but hey, did you know there was this guy called Phil Foden? Um,
Heard
oh,
of him.
oh yeah. I think I've heard of him. Philip Walter Foden. Is that who you're talking
yeah,
about?
yeah, he came up through the academy. Um, but I hate to be I hate to be the guy. He was out for 4 months, but KDB came back with absolute anger.
Yeah.
He came back and it was side foot crosses, it was touchline passes into the box, it was, I don't know, some sort of weird goal from 30 yards out. And can we not just can we not put more respect on KDB?
You want more respect on KDB?
The King?
I mean, not from the two of y'all because y'all are at the same altar that I am. It, but damn,
He's a
can
man.
we?
You know what they say. When he gets pink, you gotta worry. He's about to come and terrorize.
It's just He's been it, for the whole season. It's been Foden. All right, Walks has been my favorite player for a long time.
Mhm.
Right after Company. All right, I love Company, and Walks has been my boy. But Foden for the whole season, he's it. For really the time he's in, it's been KDB.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you. The King, he's come back. He already has what is it, 20 plus goals and assists for the season, and He was out for half of the time. Lando, let's get you in here, homie. Who have you enjoyed watching the most this season?
I mean, all of the players really have been tremendous. Some of the
Politician
signings.
ass answer. This is the list
No,
stream.
I'm gonna give you one. I'll give you one. You're
Okay.
right. Yeah, I'll give you my answer.
I'll let you land. I'll let you land.
On a personal experience, it's been really fun to see Jeremy Doku play football in a Manchester City kit. For me, it's been an absolute breath of fresh air. I've compared him to that first hit of that first blunt that you take after working a long day. It's just a freshness. It's a complete vibe that I've missed since, dare I say, Leroy Sané and Raheem Sterling in Prime City. Back in the day. So it's a level of electricity. I've loved watching him play, and my second to that would be PWF. It's its coming out party, man. I think it's really been its coming out party. There were quotes after today's game that indicated that even Kevin acknowledged that it's Phil's time. He's going to be central. Everyone knew that was the thing. He's going to be there now. It's kind of it's passing it that torch. It's getting there, and so yeah, I think it's Phillips' coming out party. So those two mainly, but Doku's my answer. Kronk, what about you?
Oh man.
Can we point out Nardo today? Because man was a piranha. He was hunting down everything today.
Yep. Yeah, he was great. Man, I have no idea. Because the way that I work is I just love, I guess, who I've enjoyed watching grow the most. Yeah, it's Saku and it's Vardial. Those are the two people I've enjoyed watching grow the most. I guess Akanji, I appreciate him.
Love him.
The most.
Love him.
Yeah, like he's the still. He's the real still of the last few years. Just on value alone and personality. Just
Diaz 2.0.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought you were about to be like, yeah, Diaz. I was about to be like, don't you do this. We ain't doing this.
Nope, not going there. We didn't play today. There's no reason. There's no reason to even have a conversation about Ruben Diaz. We need to be backing and conversing about the players that did tremendously well for us today, which is absolutely guys that were on that pitch.
That's fair. You're right. And then poor old Liverpool chipping their teeth on some toffees.
What?
Wow.
No. Toffees are great.
Delicious.
Oh man. Yeah, especially when Scousers can't seem to, chew toffee and walk at the same time. I don't know.
I'm not doing that. Nope. I'm not laughing. I'm not going to laugh at that.
It's the lit stream is here to literally laugh at everybody. That's what we're doing. That is the beautiful thing about the lit stream. We just laugh at anything and everything. I love it. Yeah. So now all we need is, this is the problem with Tottenham, because you can't, and I'm not going to say I'm relying or whatever, because you focus on whatever you're doing, but it's Tottenham, bro. Like, this is what Tottenham does. And they've done great, and they've shown moments of where change could be coming, but that's the whole point of Tottenham, is they look like they're starting to head the right direction, and then they all jump off a cliff together. So it's
Treb would appreciate this, but
That's funny. That's funny.
Caleb Williams is a Chicago Bear. As we proceed.
Was that the person they were supposed to draft?
Yes.
Okay. So they actually did it. I need to
like they projected. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're right. That's him.
Okay. Cool. If you can tell, I know football. I barely know the Packers. I like the team now that they did the season that they did, because I had to deal with Aaron Rodgers, bro. And when I say he and his shenanigans almost made me quit being a Packers fan and just drop NFL, because
my 49ers were supposed to draft him.
I wish they would have.
That was what, 18 years ago, 19 years ago.
one Super Bowl and way too much stress. I would have taken. I would, bro.
Was George Lynch your GM at the time still? Or no?
Yeah, I think so.
Was he really? That's kind of wild to think.
Yeah,
That makes me feel old as shit because I watched him play
He's been
football.
there for a while.
Yeah, he's been there for a while, and I remember watching him play. So that's kind of scary.
I remember when
Lando, I'm older than you, so don't even stress on being old. And
That's fair.
Just back off.
You can have it, sir. Thank you. All yours.
Okay, so we'll end on this with Nottingham Forest. How do you see this match going, Adam? I know you say you're worried. You think they can make it tough, but you don't see City losing, do you?
Wait, is this home or away?
Tread lightly, Adam.
Wait, it's away?
Yeah.
It's away.
Next two games are away, I believe.
We're right.
Confirming now. And it is...
Is it away?
City ground, yeah. It is at Nottingham Forest.
Yep.
And Lando told me to tread lightly. Great. So if Gio plays, if Gio plays, which he won't, except get subbed in at what, 65, 70 minutes?
They have been doing that with him lately. You've noticed that?
Yeah.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah. They won't start him, but they'll bring him in.
Yeah.
I'm not going to count Nottingham Forest out. I'm just not. But with this match, it's... If Pep just puts everybody in bed for like 2 straight days and says, everybody stop, just don't move. Don't move. Go to sleep. I think we'll be fine. If Gio's on the field, though, our back line worries me.
Wow, you're putting some respect on Gio's name, aren't you?
Yeah.
I mean, the man can play.
Okay.
I mean,
well, what do you see for a scoreline then?
Assuming we win.
No assuming. We don't waffle on scorelines and stuff. What is the scoreline?
Charlie waffles all the time. He's fine.
Oh, let's go. I try to tell them those things, but they don't listen to me. They don't listen to me.
Mierda, papa.
Hey, so what he says is he's a scale. He's a scale, So, scales, they waffle. They go up and down.
There you go. We kept a clean sheet today.
Sure did.
Let's go. Woo.
2-1.
2-1. Wow, close.
Wow, it's close.
You know why Adam's not that far off? Because I'm going through a listing of a lot of these games that they've played. 1-0s, 1-0s, 2-1s, 3-1s, 2-2s, 2-0s. Barely any absolute slappings. I think Adam's onto something here. 3-0 City. Get the fuck out of here. We're slapping the shit out of them. 3-0. 3-0. Se acabó, papa. Clean sheet again. City on the move. City on the move.
Who's better, Adam? Gio Reyna or Cole Palmer?
Ooh.
Gio.
That's American bias.
Okay, it's American bias, but it's who's been to the World Cup?
Well, I mean, if we have to account for under 19, well, I guess yeah. The point that you're making is that internet. I get it. Anyway, I turn here. You're check making, but still, I don't.
USA.
Yeah, I think it's important to note just the difference in country here when we're doing an international comparison with any American to any.
Nah, that's not what he said. Who was in the World Cup? That's what he said, Lando.
I feel it. This is a lit stream.
Oh
Yeah,
man, I love
Lando,
this.
I don't like winning an argument against you. I really don't. It's going to make me feel uncomfortable for the rest of the night.
Never, brother.
Um,
Nah, bro.
You take
Miller
those wins.
stuff.
You take those wins, and then when you see me in person, you do the L dance in front of me.
From the top ropes.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, dog. You hold that W.
Yeah, man. Oh, as always, thank you for giving us some of your time. Hopefully,
Yes.
you will order this food now. I was trying to tell him, he's like, "No, I won't. I need to order my food. I'll wait till later." And I was like, "No, if you order your food now, honestly, it'll probably show up right when you get off
Preach.
and you get done. It would have been perfect. It would have talking as someone who like maniacally plans things like takeout like that, like." But hey, next time, now you can actually fully relax. So I also understand the method that you're taking. But please let listeners know how they can follow you and keep up with the things
it's
that you post.
it's just Adam Ferris won.
Hey,
That's all it is. I'm nothing
number one, baby.
special. I'm just
Hey,
here.
you're number one. Adam Ferris won. Adam Ferris, number one.
Number one, Adam Ferris in my heart.
Number one, Adam Ferris.
All right, boys. Just one last thing before you got to cut me off, and I
Oh,
actually have to order
what?
food.
Okay.
Is my dad's visitation was yesterday,
Yeah.
and I appreciate all the love that I've gotten from you and all of you know your listeners, and I guess now my listeners. Um, so I just want to put that out there that my love is your love, and it's right here.
Yeah, man. Hey, we
It's
say
right
we
here.
got you. And
Love, brother.
we're people of word and action, so I hope you have felt that. And of course, if you need anything, you know exactly how to get a hold of us.
Yes, sir.
All right, you have a good rest of your night, homie. We love you.
Love you too. Thanks,
All right,
Lando.
see you.
Love, brother. Love.
Hey, let's go, man. Uh, my first drink that I just chugged, it's starting to hit, baby.
Hey, let's go.
Lit stream. Oh man, our next guest, such a good friend. Oh man, oh man. What is he going to say? Will he retort? Will he stand up for Arsenal, or is he just gonna stick in NWSL? So like I'm shooting all these shots at him, but the second he turns to NWSL and Angel City, that's when I go, "Hi, friend," because we support the Angel City. Angels. Speaking of, where's my scarf? What's up, fan 658/Treb?
What's good, y'all? I am gonna retort because I'm not gonna just let you slide on talking all that mad shit at all.
Boo.
It's fair.
I am having technical issues, first of all, because it's punishment enough having to look at this default picture of City on my what would be my face. So like I want it to be known I'm an Arsenal fan. This is absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, I'm not just gonna let y'all just sit here and bad talk my team. But yeah, it's a title
what is
race.
your
I mean, I
team?
can't really
Because
say much though.
from
Like
the
like we
screen, it
slipped
looks
up
like
against
it's City.
Villa. Yeah, like we slipped
that's
up against Villa. Y'all are in control now. But I will say this: we don't even need y'all to lose. So you guys got 5 matches to not draw. You have to win out, or hope we lose again, because we just need y'all to draw. Our goal differential is so good right now.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm really not worried. I'm just like, it is what it is. Whatever happens, happens. And
He thinks we're worried about goal differential.
I mean, you say that because you're enjoying a 4-0 win over Brighton today, which is cute.
Yeah, we
But,
can do that again. We're gonna
We're
run it up.
8 away.
We'll
Which
see.
is cute.
We'll see.
Which is cute.
We'll see. We'll see. I've said it before. I think the run that's going to be tricky for y'all, like not saying you won't get through it, but I think it's going to be that 3-match run of what is it? It's Wolves, Tottenham, and who's that third one after that?
I'll tell you right now, I got you.
Yeah, because I know you finished with West Ham, but there's like one right before that.
So
it's Fulham. I think it's like
Fulham.
Wolves, Fulham, Tottenham. Yeah, that run right
It goes Forest, Wolves, Fulham, Tottenham. So you're saying Wolves, Fulham, Tottenham?
I think that run is going to be tricky. If there is going to be kind of like a run for y'all that's going to be tricky, I think that'll be the one, because those are 3 teams that can bring it. Like I know what Adam was saying about Nottingham Forest, like they really do play teams close, but I just don't think they have the juice to pull off an upset like that of that magnitude. But Fulham definitely can, and obviously,
Fulham and Wolves are going to be in vacation.
Wolves, like,
What
I
are
don't know,
you
maybe it's just an
talking about,
Arsenal
my
thing,
boy?
but Wolves are always like pesky as fuck.
They are.
September 2nd, we beat Fulham 5-1.
Not at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I'm looking for Wolves.
I just legit think that both of those squads are going to be in.
But Tottenham, I don't trust. I feel like they would roll over just to spite us. Like,
That's
I
the
don't
one
trust
I'm more scared about.
I don't trust
And Wolves
any
did beat
of
us
them.
last time,
But
2-1.
what's their motivation to win against y'all? I guess they still are in the Champions League race, no? I think they are trying to fight for that, right?
Yeah, they're in 5th right now, but they're 6 points behind Aston Villa.
Yeah, see, so I mean, unless that gap closes, like that motivation.
Oh no, they have 2 games in hand though, so
be limited. Oh
yeah, Tottenham. Yeah, they have 2 games in hand actually.
Ooh, so. Maybe that would be something, wouldn't it be? If they could actually do something in our favor. We're both crazy how we're both kind of just hoping Tottenham do something, right, against one another.
How are you feeling as an Arsenal fan about the match on the weekend against Tottenham?
I mean, I think, what was it?
You got a nice little London run because you got Arsenal and then Chelsea.
Mm-hmm. Well, Tottenham then Chelsea.
Sorry.
Yeah. The Chelsea one was huge, but with Tottenham, I mean, like we just saw with the Liverpool match, rivalry matches are always a toss-up. And as confident as I feel going in against this Tottenham squad, like I've seen enough football to know anything can happen. So I'm just hoping Arsenal take care of business early, right? Like that's the thing. The longer you let Tottenham stay in it and kind of hang around, especially in a rivalry match, that's when they can get you. So for Arsenal, the key is going to just be like getting that 1 to 2 goals as early as possible, putting them away, letting them know you run London still, and just moving on, right? Like getting on with the rest of the run. So, but I wouldn't say I'm nervous. I would just say I'm cautiously optimistic because again, it is a rivalry match and you just never know.
I think you're slapping them, if I'm honest.
I mean, yeah, that's the hope. Like I said, I hope they score 2 in the first 20 and we're just like chilling. What was it? The same way I was last match. So
you guys have played more butt tight cheek moments throughout the year. And I think in times like that, they're going to shrivel. Those cheeks are going to spread fast as fuck. I'm saying goal within, let's make it a nice juicy number, 13.
Yeah,
within 13 minutes, there's going to be some goals.
We got to score early. I feel that way about United. I'm looking at that match like that'll be probably an easy one.
It should be.
They're just crumbling. In the mud horribly.
Inshallah, brother. I hope.
Not great.
But I mean, this is a fun title race, right? Like no matter, and I hate saying it like this because it sounds defeatist, but for Arsenal, like just from our perspective, no matter how it ends, the run has been incredible. Only losing 1 match all year, and you're only gonna maybe lose out on the title by 2 points? Like that would be like, obviously everyone's gonna make jokes and laugh, and that's fine. Yeah, but crazy. Like that's huge considering they're still 2 years ahead of their rebuild right now, and I don't think a lot of people realize that.
Brother, I think that is a refreshing take and an optimistic approach towards Arsenal, and I'm thankful that you're saying it as an Arsenal fan, because as a City fan, I cannot say those things because it's what we're getting close to, and just warning now, we're going to hear it, how boring this league is and how it's a farmers league and how this is need to change, and pundits and dumbass people on other, social medias are out there are going to push this whole that we all know is going to end. And to hear you say that feels good. Feels good.
I mean, I try to be, as objective as possible with the league, but I'm hoping we pull it off because I think that would be fun. I think a lot of people would look at it, as much as they want to hate on Arsenal, I think a lot of people would look at it like, okay, good. They finally took down Man City. And I would think it would be funny that it would be Arsenal to do it, right?
Everybody,
all things considered, that they navigated the financial fair play era, absolutely not spending a dime. And then just kind of like in this new era now, kind of just slowly but surely kind of adding to their squad. I think it's been good to see.
I'd like a definition of not spending a dime.
Well, just in comparison to the other teams, like with you and
Oh my
Chelsea,
God.
just
Oh my
in that
God.
era, just
Brother.
that era of overspend. Even United had a
Brother,
couple of summers where they were spending a lot.
I am all for the
And we just
optimism,
didn't do it.
but I will not allow revisionist history. You have bought Declan at an absolute insane
recent.
amount.
I'm talking about the financial fair play. I'm talking about Arsen's era. I'm talking about like,
Oh yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying? That's
Okay.
I'm not. That's what I'm saying. And I'm saying in this new era of us opening up, it's good to see us finally like improving and fighting with the top of the league. Like that's what I'm
Agreed.
trying to say. Like,
Agreed.
and being able to do it kind of in that, you know, in that way. Like it was sufferable back then, but to, like you said, to finally have bought Declan, to have bought an Odegaard, to be even in the mix as far out as it sounds for like an Mbappe, like that's crazy talk. The fact that like legitimate journalists are even saying that kind of stuff, like that's something I only dreamed about, you know?
But
So
you're mighty Arsenal. What do you mean?
I mean, well, yeah, we were. That's what I think people need to understand, right? It's a rebuilding. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be naive and be blind to reality. Like it's been a journey for Arsenal, but I do think it's time we take that step, right? Like even if we don't finish it off this year, like we have to understand, like we can't keep coming up short. Like we fumbled it last year. This year it's been a dogfight. Like we need to make sure that we keep improving and make it next year to where, you know, we win the league by March and call it a day.
Arsenal went out. City went out. City won the league.
Mm-hmm.
My question to you is, what was your thoughts immediately after the approach and the draw that happened at the Etihad? And what are your thoughts on if that goes like I just listed out? You went out, we went out, we win the league. The approach at the Etihad to go against us, I still think is an absolute abysmal approach. I need your thoughts on that game and how that would play out if it goes down. Also, DT3 has a question that we need to go ahead and get in there after that.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see Daniel's question. That's nice. Yeah. How would I mean, I still agree with how they approached that match at the Etihad. Like it was in the middle of several other matches in other tournaments. They were looking at kind of just trying to get out of there with a result at the time. And I'm not going to blame them for it. I blame them for the Villa match. Like that to me, to lose that match the way they did, that to me was pathetic because it was just a glimpse of last year. It was like you're in control and the first thing you do when it's really tight is you fumble it away. Like that to me had me feeling some kind of way. But the City match, like if it ends the way it does, like obviously you'll look back on that and be like, man, if they were just a little bit more aggressive, they might have come out of there with another win. But at the same time, like, again, I'm not naive. Like to be that aggressive, you're also putting yourself at risk. And, you know, with you guys, especially at home, you know, you're only one mistake away from capitalizing and turning, you know, a draw into a 2-goal win. So
Yeah.
I think they approached that specific match the right way and they came out of it the right way. But it's what they've done since where it's, like I said, it's that Villa match that really, really fucked us.
Yeah, I'm looking at it too now.
And my theory on it is, yes, you did what you needed to do against City, but that just puts almost like doubly the pressure on every match after that now because you went out of your way to not play your game, so now you have to play your game perfectly throughout. And I know you had to do that anyway, but it I don't know. It's just such a thin line that you're playing.
Well, like I said, it was because they were also balancing Champions League, and like while I definitely was one of those. Well, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't agree with how they approached Champions League because I still feel like they were kind of a little too gung ho in a tournament that we all knew they weren't ready to win right now. So I think again, like you look at that Villa match, like I think that's proof of that. But I think at the time, like, I mean, yeah, I know what you're saying, and I'm sure as a City fan, it's frustrating seeing Arsenal come in and damn near park the bus and just kind of get out of there with the result.
I was so excited for a heavyweight fight.
At the same time,
really
like it.
Same thing with Real
we
Madrid.
got our win. That's all that matters. Like we got our win earlier this. We took care of business. Like we were just playing it smart. It's a chess match, but you know, like I said before,
Nathan Ake's face says you're welcome.
Now you're in control and just don't draw. That's all you got to do is not draw. So, but let's talk about Angel City because, like, I do want to talk NWSL before I get out of here, and I do need to talk about Angel City with Crunk, the new LA fan.
He's in there, isn't he?
How was it picking? Well, I want to know, like, what was it about Angel City that had you choosing them for your NWSL fandom?
Well, it was Jamie, really. I mean, she when she came onto the list stream, she sold me very well. Just obviously the energy of her and selling their idea of their like the how they do the pre games, uh, the team that they have. Obviously, June Endo tied to Yui. Obviously, what happens to her. But yeah, the premise of the team. Sarah Gordon.
I mean, yeah, right?
Yeah,
Superstar.
yeah, man. Those I don't know what that muscle is, but the front muscle of her, the top
The
of her
quads
leg,
and
like
stuff. The
yeah,
thighs.
that
She's
quad
got
is
thick
huge.
thighs, yeah.
Woo! Like bro, it's just like it's so muscular. It's like that. That's an athlete, baby. Like a killer. I love it. I'm like of their style and everything. I'm not the most familiar with. I'm learning. I've grown with the team.
I think they are also
Yeah,
trying to learn their style and
I have
get
I'm
learned
looking at
that.
familiar
I have
with
stats
it.
learned that.
now, and
from all I realized that they struggle terribly against like high presses, but they're
Yes.
figuring it out. And yeah, I've been just joining the vibe. I'm super excited and hopeful
For
that they
tomorrow.
can yeah, exactly, yeah, and hopefully they can figure out what's going on with the Messiah. Basically, they just need to trust it. They just need to be like, screw it, send the ball up. I don't know what's going on, but when she comes on, they can't get her the ball, and they're trying to do like nice and neat with her, and that's not her style. Like so, it's I don't know. It just feels like they're trying to do different things. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, they are. They're trying to do different things. They are a club that coming into this year was there was a lot of shakeup. Well, not a lot. I mean, they were pretty much the same team, only losing a couple players, but there was enough shakeup, I guess, to kind of cause a lot of the struggles early season. I think a lot of people thought that they would start off stronger, considering they ended the season with
that's
11,
nice.
12 straight wins or 12 unbeaten. So
Oh,
I think 11 of the last 12 last season were wins. So they finished strong, and then starting off
yes.
weak this season has been a struggle, but 2
There.
wins in a
Yeah.
row has been nice.
Yes.
It's been really good. So yeah, I just wanted to bring them up because I know you're a new fan enjoying the NWSL. Are you only watching Angel City? Or are you watching the league as a whole? Because the league as a
I
whole has been crazy this year.
I have. I've been trying to watch as many because that's the kind of the good thing. They're night games. I'm not really
Mhm.
watching anything else, so I try to watch bits and pieces of other games. If it's on Friday night, then there's like SmackDown, and Sunday night we're recording. But in between, or if there's games, other honestly, other than watching Liverpool and Arsenal, I've been watching the NWSL games that they're on and stuff like that. It's been nice. I've been watching some Chicago Fire naturally because they're kind of the closest and got friends who root for them.
The MLS side, or you mean the Red Stars? Because the Red
Oh,
Stars are the
Red Star.
NWSL team.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
you're
my
good.
bad. I do that
You're
every
good.
single time. The Red Star. I'm pretty sure when I was in Chicago, I called the Chicago Fire the Red Star. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm that person.
I feel like that one more than any other kind of pairing of teams. They get confused the most. Like I don't think anyone confuses Sounders with Rain, but it's always like Chicago Fires with Red Stars. Like it's always. But
You want to hear a glaring stat that sticks out as I'm looking at these standings?
mm-hmm.
The KC Current have scored more goals themselves
I don't even want to talk about them.
than 1, 2, 3, 4 of the bottom 4 clubs on the table. One of the 4 is the team that I support, Gotham FC.
Oof, yeah.
And that's fucking scary.
They're scary.
They are potent. And the crazy part is when you get deeper into those stats, it's not just 1 or 2 players. They're literally getting goals from everybody. Like you look at the goals they scored throughout matches, there's like 7, 8, 9 different names that are coming up with braces. Like they're just getting goals from everywhere.
Yeah. They're having fun.
They are a team that are just oh my gosh. I think a lot of people doubted how they would look, especially with Vlatko taking over. And we saw what he did with the national team. But he's proven why he was a good club coach the first time around. Like he's just got them playing championship football right now. And that's who Angel City play tomorrow.
I know.
The good news is it's a second match, and the first match was 4-2 in Kansas City.
Yeah.
So as rough as that one was, if they can just get a result tomorrow, I think that'll be huge for them. I think, a 1-1 draw, 2-2 draw, if they can somehow, some way get a win. I mean, I think if Angel City get a win, we could possibly be looking at them going on a massive run.
What Angel City and the rest of the clubs need to do is gather and basically tell the league that they think KC Curran are cheating. And see if we can get some charges on them. What do you guys think about that?
I see what you're doing.
I mean, they are some dirty cheats, so I mean, it wouldn't be too hard to prove. So yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. You'd have beef with your co-host Tom. He's a current supporter.
Well, he's not here right now, so we will address that later.
Who's Tom?
I love it. Okay, so before we get you out of here, let's talk about this match on the weekend for Arsenal. How do you see it going? Give me a score prediction.
Okay, real quick though, like circling all the way back to DT's question about like how many years ahead, what is it? How many years ahead of schedule is Arsenal now? I mean, like, I don't know who keeps moving the post. For me, it's like I said earlier, right? For me, no matter how this year finishes, next year they just have to get it done. They either have to win the championship or it better be like another dogfight where it comes down to 1 point, right? And they better not be the reason that they slipped up. Because like I said, it's time. Like, so for me, when I say they're like ahead of schedule, like for me, the schedule is next year. Like next year, they need to start taking that step. They need to start taking that step in Champions League as well. Like becoming a club that puts on better performances and better showings, because as much as I feel like they weren't going to win it this year, I do agree with a lot of people. Bayern was there to be had. Their team this year has been absolute trash. And for Arsenal to not even kind of like, they were limp that whole leg, both matches. Like they were just a limp team, and you can't play like that in those moments. So like for me, as far as the schedule goes, next year it's got to be for sure. I don't know what they're going to do in the summer. I don't know their targets. Like I said, there's like a very outside chance they get Mbappe. If they can somehow swing that could be their only signing, and I think that would be enough, because I don't think they're far away. I think what they need is, I think if Ray is going to play the way he's been playing, their goalkeeper position is set.
Did we just list Mbappe as a transfer target?
Yeah, I did. I'm starting that narrative now. Don't worry about it. And
I
think if Arsenal just get like another star scorer, it doesn't even have to be like a striker, but just like either like a center mid that can score, or a 9 or 10, just somebody that can create their own shot and just be another star alongside Saka. That's all they really need.
Going for next year.
No. No.
So win the league and get to the semifinal in the Champions League.
Yeah, I think that's, that's where they need to start thinking now. Okay. It's time. So, I mean,
I agree with the European competition approach. I think it's time we start making some advancements in that.
I think it's time Arsenal really start, I think they've been taking it seriously, because like I said, they took it real seriously this year and still kind of shit the bed, but they need to start understanding like, okay, now is a time where we've revitalized ourselves and we need to really reaffirm our image as being, like you guys said before, the mighty Arsenal. Like we have a storied history. We need to get back to that. The lull period has been long enough. It's time to get going. Nice. So as for this weekend, 3-0 to the Arsenal.
Oh,
clean sheet, huh?
Words,
all day.
Words.
Yeah.
Okay.
As nervous as I am, it's Tottenham. It's going to be. Oh man. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say this early, but it's going to be a great St. Totteringham's Day. It's going to be a great St. Totteringham's Day. And Arsenal fans knows what that means. So it'll be another year in the many years that we'll be above that muddy franchise, and they can fight for their lowly Champions League spot, and we can move on with the rest of the title race. So 3-0 to the Arsenal.
I love it.
God. That's something I've always seen consistently. I have to announce, this is And every fan I find, no matter where they are, when it's an Arsenal fan or whether it's a Tottenham fan, these fucks hate each other.
They really do.
Oh, they really like. I think that's in just my personal fandom and my vantage point. I would actually put that in my. I'm gonna have to smoke on this afterwards, but this is like. I think this is my number one on power rankings, dude. In just the football world, like Brian, like what you just said, he would like. At the end of the year, even bodily, he was like, "Well, that period where he was like, oh no, we're over Tottenham. At least we're better than them in the standings." And I'm looking at him like, "Fuck, you just bottled it against us, bro. Like this is copium." And then he was like, "No, I'm telling you, this every year, no matter what happens, we care about being ahead of them at the very least.
At the very least, yeah.
That is
as
hatred.
a Michigan fan, it's the same level of the Ohio State hatred. It's like
Oh, shit.
to me, those are two of the same. I tap into the same vein of hate for both of those, where it's like
That's deep.
I can be pissed about how the year went, but we better not be worse than them. And like those
deep.
couple years where Tottenham were finishing above us, like that shit drove us crazy. More than being in the like, you know what I mean? Like as Arsenal fans, we can take the jokes
Yeah.
or whatever. We lived through the banter era, like that's whatever. But having Tottenham be able to say they finished above us,
Tottenham.
nah.
Those are like Gareth
Not those
Bale,
trophyless
Ericsson years
scumbags.
too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They can eat
Well-
shit. Well, they are shit, but you know, it is what it is. They know the song, they know the words, they know what it is.
Oh my god.
Hot bars out here.
All right. Treb, please plug yourself and what you do, Angels on Parade, all those teams.
Yeah. As always, I cover Angel City, as we talked about. I also cover LAFC for the MLS. Basically, everything that happens in LA over at Angels on Parade. My Twitter is at Treb Tracy. Follow me, interact with me. I'm always happy to chat football, chat shit. As the boys will tell you, like I take it in stride. You know what I mean? I'm happy to. I can dish it as well as take it. So as long as you can do the same, we're all good.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, you heard a good example of him over this last 20 minutes. He
Yeah,
can
for sure.
dish it,
And it'll be a fun title race, however it shapes out. And if y'all want to have me
Exactly.
on again near the end, like
Of course.
it'll be puckering time, but I don't mind coming on here and taking it. And I'll have my camera working, and y'all can't talk shit, and we can all be good.
Hey, and on the reverse, we got to be prepared for what can happen on our end too. We got. Let's be honest.
No.
You know,
Just know, like I said, I've told everybody this. Just know if Arsenal pull it off, if and when, I'm gonna be the worst because it's been
I know you.
a
Relentless.
long
you.
time since we've
I know.
won. And yeah.
I'm gonna say
as a
now,
Knicks
I'm not
fan,
gonna
checks his Knicks score.
I'm a
man.
Lakers fan too. Jeez, you want to talk about pain? God, tonight's gonna suck.
Tonight is gonna suck.
And as a Celtics fan, I say,
Oh, jeez, bro, we're just gonna be rivals forever, right? Like,
It really is, bro.
Angel City really is the only olive branch we
The
have.
only
'cause
thing.
Yeah, you guys got to go back to
Celtics
that
fan,
and
that's
cling to that anytime it gets bad.
garbage.
But
Jason
Angel City,
Tatum,
though.
the most overrated superstar known to man.
Okay,
Praise
we
to
ain't
him.
doing this. All right,
Talk to
bye.
him.
Have a
Talk
good
to him,
rest of the
Trebs.
evening.
We'll have to spend another show talking that shit. All right, I love y'all.
All right, peace. Love y'all, bro.
See you over here. All right, Vince,
Yeah.
hit that hand in that bottom center. Oh, I thought he was okay.
He's
There
back.
you go. Hey, oh wow, that's man. A man knows his cues.
I had the shit loaded
Is he a
up. You
pro?
feel me?
Is he
I
a
had it
pro
loaded
or
up,
is
bro.
he a pro? Let's
Come on, bro.
go. Oh my god. And he got the hat on. Look at him. Promo.
Ready.
You feel me?
Promo.
You feel me? What's good with y'all though?
I'm
Good
good.
man. Good to see you, Vince.
How are you?
I'm doing as well as I can be. I don't know, man. Life is lifing. You know what I'm saying? Really.
I fucking feel that.
Well,
I feel that.
well, hold on. How was Chicago though?
Chicago was
Love.
a really good time. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the breakfast. But the breakfast fell through. We made the best of the situation. I know.
Okay.
But honestly, it was great. Tons of people came and flew through. Meeting so many people. Daniel, the DT3, like
I peeped.
so many times we've just been chatting, and so many people I've had tons of conversations with. And I've seen the occasional photo and video of them, and I've seen homies meet them. So now it was just great to add the reality.
That's like truly one of the best parts of doing this.
Yeah,
For sure. It's like, you pull up, have a little event, whatever. Like most of ours have been like, we talked about it before, but like tailgates at games, before games or whatever.
Yeah.
Have people pull up, meet everybody, people from our Discord or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just showing love, bro. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
It's the main thing about
That's
everybody.
good.
Everybody showing love. Which now, so I can hate real quick. Crunk. I don't know if you looked in the I don't know if you looked in the chat, bro, but I got a theory. I feel like you picked Angel City because you bougie.
But that's the thing. I don't know anything about Angel City, so like, please do tell, because honestly, it could hold up. Like, I'm not here to argue and say that that's
I'm
not
just saying
true.
all the glitz and glamour. You know what I'm saying? Natalie Portman, Serena Williams, etc.
Hold on, they
See,
got
and
Natalie Portman?
see, and that's what I'm saying. I'm learning.
I didn't even
That's
know
how
that.
bad of an Angel City fan I am. Like, I saw Jennifer Garner, like a photo of her on there the other day, and I was just
See,
like,
exactly.
is she? And then I had to like Google it, and I was like, oh, she's an that's kind of
Yeah.
cool.
She's in the shits.
Yeah. They are Hollywood, but they are still bad enough to be blue collar adjacent.
No,
Blue
that's
collar adjacent.
That's crazy.
No, bro, it's facts, bro. Because it's almost like they doing it on purpose. Like
The duality attempted there is absolutely marvelous.
Nah, I feel it though.
I'm about to look up stats just to prove
that
they're
holds up.
blue collar adjacent.
What I will say is, Jamie, she talked about tacos, and the pregame is a good time, and Messiah Bright. I am a big fan of her and style, and again, Sarah Gordon. Like, and okay, and I couldn't.
Her voice in the quad.
It's so big, it's marvelous.
Like,
He said that.
Look at it though. Have you just taken a moment to just look at it? Anyway, I digress. Like, what was I talking about? Yeah. Anyway.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, bro, and I don't even be like, so. I'm in Louisville. You know what I'm saying? Racing Louisville fan, and mostly to be. I don't know if this is. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
So look, I appreciate it. Yeah, let's not do that. Quads for the Quad Cities, though. I'm from the Quad Cities. DT3, like, the vibes. That's exactly what it is. It's just respect for my area. I enjoyed the shade of pink. I couldn't pick Kansas City because that's Tom Bomb. I didn't want to pick something that somebody else already had, and I didn't want to pick another Midwest team. Lando had Lando had Gotham. They were the other team that I enjoyed, and so I really like. I like how Alyssa Thompson plays too. Like that.
Right.
She's tiny, but and I mean this in the nicest way you can say this. She is an asshole on the pitch, and I fucking love that. She's angering the people she's playing against. She's like coming at them, come at bad angles sometimes, and I love that stuff. You need that, like, that fire on the pitch, and she may not get on the sheet like statistic wise, but her effort is always there. She always looks so pissed off. I love it.
I was a little worried about her at the start of the season, just because, I mean, she had to drop out the Gold Cup, a little injury.
Yeah.
Didn't get called up for She Believes. And beginning of the season, she looked like because her main calling card is the speed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It just jumps off the screen. She got that, she got the foul that Emsley scored off of, just off the strength of, her ability to run past anybody. But at the beginning of the season, I wasn't seeing that burst as much, but now it seems like it's coming back. So, everything's good. I was slightly worried. I mean, not that much, but I was just like, where's it at? Where's it at? But it's back now, though. It's back.
Yeah, it's been really fun because you can definitely still see them struggling, trying to piece passes together, get a string going, and it really is just kind of hit it up the pitch and kind of hope they can make something together through the chaos. So hopefully they can figure out something. I need to see Messiah because more.
Yeah.
She's coming in for like 10, 15 minutes, if that.
Yeah, she definitely needs to play a lot more. She definitely needs to play a lot more.
Yeah.
And just to bring it back to Sarah Gordon real quick, just the fact that every time she receives the ball, her first touch, playing that thing out in front of her, because she's about to go on an adventure. I just I love that. I mean, every center back should take space, in
Yes,
my opinion. You know what I'm
and have the
saying?
confidence to do that.
Yeah, and Sarah just does it. I mean, it's just like what she does. You know, when she receives the ball, she's putting that thing out in front of her. She's
Oh
coming
yeah,
at you.
right. No, she's gonna run at you, and yeah, and her willingness. She's just all over the pitch, and with Man City with Alex Greenwood, she gives me big Alex Greenwood vibes. She is doing whatever she can defensively. I mean, I trust Aaron Gordon way more defensively than Alex Greenwood. I mean, not way more. Sorry, I'm struggling. I'm trying to like show one of my teams love, but then I'm insulting the other team, and then my brain's like, no, stop it. But yeah, no, they're just both very great players. I'm in between the two wolves. They're about to eat me. And I'm just like, what am I doing? But yeah, it's great.
Whole bunch of 3-course breakfasts in LA, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, 1,000%. Oh man, the food is.
Breakfast
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Hey, you're not wrong. What if I can't say though? I'm bougie, but I don't necessarily would call myself like glitz or glam. Like I like nice things, but I would much rather be in like like a dark, a nice little dark bar, sipping my really good cocktails that people are like driving past because they think it's closed. Like those are the places that I love being in. But I mean,
that's the only way to go for me. But yeah, I just had to point that out, bro.
Move Gordon to Man City would be crazy, you know. Hey, DC3, you know how I feel about starting rumors, especially transfer rumors. Big fan. I actually have a growing list of players that I'm just gonna slap a City shirt on them and just be messy during the transfer window, and just be like, "This person is City, thoughts," and they're like, "That makes no sense." And I'm like, who cares? There's no football. I'm slowly but surely becoming a. I cared so much at the beginning of SOB. You know, I wanted everyone to know where we stood and that we were serious and we knew ball. We're 2 years in now, so like if you don't know who we are, you're gonna fucking learn. Other than that, we're gonna just goof a lot. I'm into the chaos now.
Bro, this
Here's
is
an
one thing
Mbappe in a City
about.
shirt. That makes no sense. The fuck you mean?
That's one thing I've learned about podcasting though, is just the fact that like motherfuckers like they don't be listening for real sometimes. No. Like I don't know. So I just feel like sometimes like some questions that get asked, I'm like, bro, did you even listen to the last episode? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you know, when you talked about the fact that you 2 years in and people should know who you are, but sometimes it even though it does feel like sometimes myself, I'm just like repeating myself. But I feel like it's almost necessary because
like you said, people
it does go in there in one ear and out the other. But anyway, the main thing I'm here to talk about is have y'all seen this report of MLS? That look, bro, it's on site for the MLS for me.
It's on site, Jesus.
It's on site, and let me tell you why. So about a month ago, let me pull my bookmarks on X.com. So about a month ago, Louisville City, my club, you know what I'm saying, had a match against Indy 11 in Louisville on Big CBS, okay? On Big CBS, a spotlight game for the USL, et cetera. Okay. We packed out the stadium. We put on a show. I think the game ended 5-3. Louisville City won. Our stadium, which opened in 2020, brand new stadium opened in 2020. It was packed out, looked beautiful on CBS, all that, et cetera. So MLS had El Trafico the same day. Okay, figures came out, viewing numbers came out. 362,000 people watched Louisville City Indy 11. 211,000 watch El Trafico. Now, I know MLS got like the Apple deal, whatever, but I mean, maybe you can add an extra 100,000 to that maybe watch El Trafico. But either way, we outdrew, right?
Yeah.
Story comes out today. And I had been in Indy recently. Like I went to Indy for All Star, first of all, because my sister's like an ad executive. She was doing an activation with Google Pixel in at
Okay.
in Indiana. And
Shout out to her.
yeah. Shout out to her. And I went down there. Like, you know, Louisville's 2 hours away from Indianapolis. So, you know, it really to go back to the soccer game, it felt like like a derby match for real. You know what I'm saying?
The
Indy had
derby.
Indy had their supporter section sold out. You know what I'm saying? The atmosphere was crazy.
Mhm.
And, you know, leaving Indy, I drive by their stadium site. You know what I'm saying? Right now it's just a hole in the ground. But you know, they got the construction roped off, like future home of Indy 11, all that. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a nice little away day. And one of our true local rivals. Tell me why it comes out today that the city of Indianapolis done backed out of the stadium deal, and the mayor is now talking about he's about to petition to get an MLS squad. I'm
Damn,
fucking sick. I can't even hold you, bro.
Wait, what?
Bro,
Did they say why they pulled out of the situation? It's just now we're done.
Indianapolis plans to pursue MLS expansion team. 37 minutes ago.
bro,
Oh wow! Oh no! So this is mad recent.
bro, this is today. Today this came out, bro.
Whoa, that's
Today
crazy.
this came out. I'm talking about I drove by it then, and then I just went up there end of March because the Lakers came into town. I wanted to see LeBron play one time before he retired.
That's what's up. That's what's
So,
up.
and I drove by the stadium site again. It's right in the middle of downtown. If you ever been to Indy, you know it's not like a city, but they do have a respectable downtown area, nice and walkable. You know, all the where the Pacers play, where the Colts play, all of it's like really in like a nice little city center that
Headquarters for the NCAA.
yeah,
Those heathens.
yeah, right. All that's like dense, you know what I'm saying? It's a nice it's an actual downtown that really doesn't exist in too many places in America because, you know, of white flight, etc. But yeah, man, I'm sick. And the fact that it comes like a month after this game that I just told y'all about, where we outdrew, you know, one of the MLS's premier derbies, you know what I'm saying? It just can't be anything else but a coordinated attack on USL. And so
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Do you think that they
bro,
saw the numbers and made the
they've been
calls?
trying to do it. Like that whole MLS Next Pro, like how much y'all keep up with? Like I know that are y'all NYCFC?
I'm Nobat. No,
I've kept up with the stadium because I have family in Queens, so I
Right.
know about like that just broke, or like they actually, as of today, recently they noted that they got the permits for the area, so I know that that's going up. But per the IndyStar.com in the story, I think this is the part that you're asking about, and Vince, you probably already know this. City officials declined to share who might own the proposed team or estimate how much money it would take to field the team. An ownership group that includes investors led by an unidentified, experienced sports executive is forming to help pay the club's franchise fee, city officials said. The San Diego Football Club, which will become the 30th MLS team when it debuts in 2025, paid 500 million. So that's essentially, they're giving you that as the going rate to know that that's what they're probably going to have to at least put down to get that club formed.
Right. And it's sick. Like as you saw, as you just read, they're going completely outside of the existing club structure that they have. They're going outside of Indy 11. Like I said, the city pulled out of the deal. Like city pulled out. The mayor said, "Yo, we over here. We gonna we gonna pursue MLS, and we gonna get whoever we got." I know Indy got farmer money. Eli Lilly and them. So maybe they hop over with them and get it cracking. But that's just crazy to me. That's crazy. And Louisville will never be an option just because we really just don't got money like that. Unless it's Papa John is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what happened.
Yeah. Has the Indy 11 had anything happen to them recently? Like little side stories of investors popping out or change of staffing or cutting of anything? That's the next thing I'm kind of worried about now with this story. I do find this topic very fascinating, Vince. The whole concept of franchises, who puts up the money for the stadiums, how they get the money for the stadiums. There's a guy out there by the name of David Sampson who was former GM of the Florida Marlins.
Oh yeah,
And he opens his mouth often about this type of sports industry, and I'm a big listener to that. But
yeah, for sure.
I would be curious to see if something happens in the upcoming weeks and months with Indy 11 if major boosters start to back out, or investors and things like that. That would be fucking scary, and it's a shame because this is exactly what we don't want to be happening.
Exactly what we don't want to be happening. And I thought at this point we were safe, bro. Because it's like, okay,
of course you would. There's a stadium going up. Like, what the fuck?
The stadium going up. I mean, it's like MLS done took Cincy, MLS done took Nashville. You know what I'm saying? All the surrounding areas in Louisville, you know what I'm saying? Like pre-existing USL rivalries that we had. I'm thinking, okay, like Indy's gonna be the one that, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be here. You know what I'm saying? And they coming for that one. It's sickening. Bro, because I just feel like another thing on the topic of, because y'all are like in the Premier League streets, you know what I'm saying? We over here mostly dealing with fans of the US MNT, WNT, etc. But I guess another second theme of our pod is just because the overall thing is like, how do we grow the game? Right, but because the first question is how do we get better players, and then it begs, and then you go from there. How do we get better players? Well, we need more people playing soccer. How do we get more people playing soccer? We need to grow the game overall. You know what I'm saying? And so, and to do that, I feel like we need everybody pulling in the same direction, bro. And it's always MLS coming in and trying to have everything for themselves, bro. And it's just because they've already attacked USL with the whole MLS Next Pro thing. Like MLS Next Pro, they've taken some USL clubs. They're basically trying to attack League One to get that out of here, coming for the championship next. I don't know, bro. I don't know who the fuck MLS think they are, bro. You know what I'm saying? They don't even got the prerequisite amount of clout to be acting like this. Do y'all remember that? Y'all remember that video when the Union were in the championship, and it was like a news lady talking to two black girls on the street, and I think it was either the Phillies. I think it was the Phillies. The Phillies had just did something and shit, and interviewing these girls, and it was like, yeah. The girls was like, yeah, Philadelphia, we doing it. You know what I'm saying? Phillies is doing their thing. 76ers doing their thing. The Eagles just won. Blah blah blah. The newscaster's like, the Union too. Gives the mic back to him. They said, who? It said the old girl said the blue collar workers. That always pops in my head, bro. I'm like, bro, y'all don't even got the prerequisite amount of clout in y'all's own cities for y'all to be trying to take over like this, bro. Like, we should all, like, right now, what we need to be doing is just building up that groundswell, bro, to just take it over, bro. Because I don't know. This is what I want to bring up with y'all, because y'all like Premier League people, right? You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of people aren't even really too tuned in to any American soccer, whether it's MLS, whether it's, I would say maybe even the majority of soccer fans in the country aren't too tuned into to MLS, to USL, to national teams. You know what I'm saying? So what is y'all's experience?
I will come out and say it. I don't pay any attention to the MLS. The USL, I love their vibes. So if I were to pick a league, I'd probably find a team from the USL. But
you don't got a lot of me, bro.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm being serious. Like I won't. But I mean, if I'm
just fuck with you,
because I don't like the energy from MLS. It feels it is cookie cutter. That's their whole thing. It is cookie cutter. I'm not from any of the cities, so like that's the problem with me picking a team, especially in the U.S. I don't want to root for a bigger city and everything, and that's the only reason why this year I've just started rooting for Angel City. And I just picked the team, and it was just like, all right, let's go for it. I don't really especially with MLS, so many teams get into the playoffs. It doesn't. If it's not my city, it just doesn't feel like there's a point, and the teams don't move me like that.
And that's what it is. That's what it is, man. And it's like, bro, they should just be focus on themselves, focus on the cities that you're already in. Focus on developing players, bro. Focus on making your league better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is the thing though, and we have to. So I pick my teams all based out of the city, out of New York.
Right.
Every team that I support in this country is going to be out of New York. The Knicks, Giants, Yankees, no Mets, Jets, or Nets. NYFC, no Red Bulls. So that's just how I roll. I will always stick with those teams. In Gotham, go Bats. And the New York Liberty. Shout out Sabrina. What we're seeing with the MLS and these leagues early on and the adaptation and how it goes out. I mean, guys, we have to just look into our history, right? Things tend to repeat themselves. What happened with the Negro Leagues and the MLB? What happened with the AFL and the NFL? What happened with some of these mergers to all these different types of leagues that try to start out? The bigger fish with the more money goes in and dominates until the little fish is non-existent anymore. And it's again, your point to it all is how the game grows, and that's how you're doing the deductive reasoning to promote what we need to promote. And that's the right way. They are not doing it that way. They do not care about what development is. They do not care that we want to see more of our faces in the game. What they care about is simply being able to just get the revenue and get the minimal amount to claim everything that they need so that they can go to these bigger corporations, i.e. Apple, i.e. Nike, i.e. all of them, and get them in now. So now that we can keep it growing. They look at Indy 11 and all these other leagues and all these smaller clubs as problems. And that is the true problem, because there should be merging. We should be embracing of everything and allowing for a potential relegation promotion type system. Yeah. We should be going to these types of things and allowing for money to grow. But it doesn't. They want to cut off. So,
yeah. And you know, I had given up on Pro Rel. Like, that's, I mean, and I understand. Yeah, the grim realities of late stage capitalism, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. But it's just when it's happening, bro. It's like, God damn. Yeah, I mean, you ain't never gonna lift a foot from the neck, bro. I'm like, yo, every year, bro. It's been another story. I'm like, okay, we can rest. Ain't nobody else coming from the USL, at least not in the little Midwest, little, you know, that little general area Kentucky inhabits. I'm like, they got it all. Cincy, Columbus,
wild,
Nashville, St. Louis. I'm like, shit.
Some of those clubs were twerking for it, though. I feel like NC Cincinnati were twerking for it.
Oh yeah. FC.
I think they were twerking. They were out there really wanting it. That's just my personal opinion. I'm keeping it real with you.
Cincinnati definitely was.
Yeah,
Cincinnati definitely was for sure. And then you know, we get to the. I give people shit for this all the time. The fact that, you know, they weren't there when St. Louis FC was doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? They weren't there when the original Nashville was doing their thing. They weren't there when the original. You know what I'm saying? They weren't coming out. Bro, you know what's crazy? St. Louis, so St. Louis SC, when I brought this up on the pod, I was like, okay, it was nice that they had 30,000 at their first home match or whatever, but there was 3,000 when Louisville City came down to play St. Louis, and then I had some people from St. Louis being like, well, that stadium was out in the suburbs. It was hard to get to, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. But then come World Cup time, they call in Josh Sargent and Tim Ream St. Louis's own. But if you look on a map, them niggas live further away from St. Louis than the stadium was. It's too far to get to. They 4 cities away. I mean, they far from the St. Louis boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, they St. Louis's own. But St. Louis FC, the grounds is too far. Oh, understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
So I don't know, bro. It is what it is, but it don't feel good.
Never.
It don't feel good. It feel like you know what I'm saying, my club's gonna be looking around like Will Smith in the empty house at some point.
Oh,
at some
no.
point, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I guess I'm gonna try and enjoy what I can. It also came out that they was so. The thing is, there's no guarantee at Indianapolis even gonna get it.
Yeah.
They said they're looking at Tampa Bay, which is another strong USL club city, very strong. Tampa Bay and Detroit, which I'm actually gonna go up to Detroit to an away match this year and see. What's bro? Y'all had him on a list stream. Chelsea fan.
Oh, yes. I keep
Detroit.
wanting to say yes. No, I keep wanting to say his at. So that's what keeps getting me. Keep wanting to be like Dean.
Fletcher.
Oh my God,
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'm about to pull up on Fletcher, bro, when we play Detroit this year. But who knows how long that's gonna last? You know what I'm saying?
Seriously.
And it's like, bro, we need a pyramid. We need a strong second division. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, we don't have like a ton of companies here, ton of rich benefactors that's going to pay 500 mil in Louisville, per se. Maybe Jack Harlow becomes a billionaire at some point, pull a Taylor Swift for us one time. That's probably not going to happen. But anyway, I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, I forgot where I was going with that.
That's fair.
But anyway,
No,
Yeah.
you're good. You're good. You're good. Well, we'll get you out of here because I need a new drink anyway. But please plug yourself, the things you're up to, let people know where they can find you and the things that you do.
yeah. So I'm a member of the Scuff Podcast.
Hey,
I'm a member of the Scuff Podcast where we talk U.S. soccer, particularly U.S. men's national team, U.S. women's national team. We discuss all things regarding growing the game as well. We've had some discussions about grassroots football, just as far as like we're trying to inspire people to get out there and coach. Even, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like
Mhm.
like how do we do it? Right? It's one brick at a time. Like one of our well, okay, it's two separate things. Well, one of our podcast hosts used to coach Caitlin Clark when she was coming up as a young soccer player.
Baller,
And
I
also,
heard. I heard she was
yeah,
a
yes,
baller. She
she
could have
was
gone
very
D1 soccer, is what they say.
she was very nice. He was one of her club coaches, and so
Oh.
he got to see her up close, and she was doing her thing for sure. And then the other one just coaches kids. He's in this man's in like the Chattanooga area, just coaching the youths, man, just trying to get out there, trying to provide resources for people that are just getting into coaching, trying to grow the game organically. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's what we cover at the Scuff Podcast. We do tailgates before games. For Copa America, we're gonna have big tailgates for the Atlanta match against Panama, the Kansas City match against Uruguay. They've been good times. They've been good times. You know what I'm saying? We usually have good turnouts, especially for big games like this. Get a solid 100, 200 people come out, and we just try and throw a nice
That's
little
what's
good sized
up.
party before games. And so that's really just what we're trying to do. We're just trying to grow the game, trying to get people into it. We're trying to
Yeah.
grow the following of U.S. men's, women's national team, trying to get people out with that too. Because as I know, like along with MLS, there's a lot of untapped potential there as far as like
Yes.
fans in America that aren't fans of national teams for any given reason. But yeah, that's where we're at Scuff Pod. I'm at V_so spiffy. Check us out on YouTube, Scuff Soccer Podcast, Patreon. That's it. I appreciate y'all having me.
Love, brother,
Always.
love.
Always. Yes. We will see you soon, homie. Have a good rest of your evening.
All right, y'all too.
Hey, see ya. Oh man, what a fantastic show!
Let's
Oh,
go.
shout out to Adam. Shout out to Treb. Shout out to Vince. Oh man, let's see. We will be back Sunday. Two kickoff shows. City men and City women. They both play a few hours apart. I believe the men's kickoff show for us, it's an hour before. Well, for both, it's an hour before kickoff. But for City men, we'll go live at 9:30 here on FanFest.
Let's go.
And at 11:15, we will be here live on Fan Fest covering the women, our baby blue baddies. Let's hope we can get a 6-point Sunday. You know the vibes. Shady game. Shady game. Shady game.